So, greetings of the day. I am Dr. Subha, Assistant Professor, Department of Professional Management Studies, Kristu Jayanti College. In today's session, we are going to discuss about HCM model. So, what do you mean by HCM model? HCM model is a framework that is used to analyze HR data in a structured way at the organizational level. So basically, this HCM model will be focusing on to measure and improve HR activities such as hiring. It will be helpful for managing the training programs and workforce management. Basically, it will be helpful for improving the workforce management. And it also emphasizes on making data-driven decision using business management software such as ERP systems. So basically, this HCM model consists of 4 key phases such as scanning, planning, producing, and predicting. Each phase helps the HR manager to make a better workforce decision for a long-term success. Moving on to the second phase, first phase of this HCM model, it's nothing but scanning. So what do you mean by scanning? So actually HR here ensures or check inside the company. So inside the company is nothing but the internal factors. So assessing the factors, this kind of internal factors greatly impact the organization workforce and its performance. So what may be the internal factors? The internal factors may be like to find out whether the employees have right skills or not. Do the employees gather right knowledge? What about the company culture? Is the workplace is friendly with the employees? What about the technology the company is adapting, whether all the employees are using the modern tools? What about the HR policies of the company, whether the employees are highly satisfied or highly happy with their pay structure? So these are the things while talking about the internal factors. So other external factors such as outside the company. So company need to focus on all the other external factors which is outside the company. So what are those external factors or such as market trends, competition, economic conditions? So while talking about marketing trend, it may ask the question like, are customers need any changes? Are they expecting any kind of improvisation in the product? Okay, and then what about the external law? What about the government laws? Are there any new laws which is directly impacting the company? So or other while talking about the competitors, the HR need to ask, are other companies are hiring any better employees better than our company? Okay, this kind of questions. If you are raising this kind of question, definitely you can able to find out the external factors, how that external factors are impacting or directly influencing the company's performance, employees' performance. Then why scanning is important? Why the HCM model emphasize on scanning? Okay, so the reason is this HCM, the scanning phase in the HCM helps to identify what are the strengths and what are the opportunities and threats that is available outside. Okay, it will be basically helpful for identifying the skill gaps. Okay, and then it can able to finally track the workforce. Okay, what are the trends going on in the market? So it can directly monitor all the external factors which will directly impact the organization, and in this way the scanning definitely provide a clear picture for making for the HR analyst to make some informed and better HR decision. And moving to the next phase, and it's nothing but planning. So planning and how it will be helpful for building a very strong workforce. Okay, HR here in this phase, the HR plans to build some strong workforce. So this kind of planning can be called as a capability planning. Like it ensure that all the employees have the right skills. Okay, so some of the 4 important variable that comes under this planning is mission critical. So what do you mean by mission critical? The HR ensure that the necessary mission critical skills or there to their employees. Okay, if the employees need to perform their core job function, definitely the HR manager need to ensure whether they have achieved their mission critical skills. And the next one is differentiating. The next variable, important variable in this planning stage is differentiating. So what do you mean by differentiating? How brilliantly, how wisely the HR managers are identifying the unique skills that set the company apart, and how they are picking the candidates in such a way that they should have unique skills with them, so that they will stand apart, that they will be outstand themselves. Okay, the third important variable in this planning phase is operational. So HR need to ensure whether they have taken some employees with the skills that is required for running the function smoothly. Okay, running day-to-day activities smoothly. And the last one is movable. So what do you mean by movable? So all those skills which are outdated have to be recognized very well, and it should not be continued further. Okay. So what the under this planning, what the HR managers usually do, they will be trying their best to reskill their employees, and they will be trying their level best to upskill their employees. So so this planning phase is very, very important. So because it is coming with employees with more capabilities. Okay, more capabilities. And moving to the next phase, producing. Okay, producing is a HR process. So producing in HCM is a execution stage. Okay, how the HR strategies which you have adapted, you have planned, you have scanned, and you have done some planning, and how you are going to execute these strategies. Okay, how the HR manager may implement the workforce strategies based on scanning and planning. Okay, so here HR is like a machine, okay, which have some input and output. So treating HR activities as a process with input and output. What do you mean by input? What is going on, what is coming inside the company? Okay, as a HR, what you provide to your employees, and what is output, what is going out from your organization, what is coming out from the employees, that can be called as output. Okay, so input may be like, as I told you already, what HR provides. Okay, what sort of training programs you are providing to your employees? Are you hiring the right people? Okay, so what kind of HR policies you have framed for your organization? Whether the HR policies which you have created is really giving the very wonderful impact to your employees or not. Okay, what about the technology which you have adapted? Okay, so whether you have adapted recent AI tools or any other kind of HR related software you have adapted to your organization. So what, as a HR analyst or a HR manager, what kind of basic input you are giving to your organization? That is very, very important. And the next one is like result of that, those HR effort which you have applied as an input. Okay, so that it's nothing but what are the key output that you receive through the input which you have already given to your organization. The first one is like skilled workforce. Definitely you may expect a very skilled workforce because you are giving a very good training program to your organization. Definitely you will have a workforce which are highly potential. Okay, and the next one is employee performance. And employee performance, obviously you can able to find out with the help of the HR metrics. Okay, many HR metrics are there which can able to help you to find out the HR productivity, how the productivity level of your organization, and whether the employees are highly satisfied with their job. You can able to the output, if you are giving a very good training program, and if you are hiring the right candidates or right people for your organization, and if you are framing the very good HR policies, definitely you can see your employees with a full happy. They will be, obviously they will be satisfied. So the output will be job satisfaction. Then employee retention. Okay, so you have put so much effort, then obviously all you can able to retain all the top talented, better managers. Okay, better managers you can able to retain. So in this way, you can engage your employees in a better way. So producing is nothing but it is the executing stage actually. And moving on. So before that, moving on to the next phase, you need to know what is the significance of this producing phase. So producing phase turns plans into action. As I already told you, this is an execution stage. So obviously, it will turn the plans into action, and definitely it will be helpful for the HR managers to build a very skilled workforce and enhance the employee retention, as I already told you, and it will be helpful to keep the company very competitive, because it is doing so many analysis. You have taken action after doing so many analysis such as scanning, planning. So definitely you can able to keep your company competitive by preparing for like new challenges which you will face in future. Okay, and then moving on to the final stage or final phase of this HCM framework. So it is nothing but predicting. So HR must predict problems. Okay, so that is before they actually happen. That is the great skill of any HR analyst, because they are doing scanning, planning. They are also applying the processing, the process. No, so after that, the HR manager, after undergoing all this phase, he should be able to predict something. Even the problem before happen, he can able to predict something. By what? Not by the intuition. Not by intuition, okay, by doing the analysis. So HR managers start to use some data to forecast HR trend, what happened, what is the turnover rate, and what may be the turnover rate in the future. What is the employee engagement score right now? What may be the employee engagement score in future? Okay, it can able to, after knowing all these things, after doing all this prediction, the HR manager or HR analyst can able to make some proactive decision. Okay, so this analysis, so actually this predicting stage consists of three types of indicators. The first indicator is nothing but the strategic indicator, where these kind of indicators show what kind of changes that the company need to face in the next 5 to 10 years. So that is a strategic vision. This strategic indicator may helpful for the company to find out what may happen after in a long-term basis. Okay, so suppose a company says that AI will replace some jobs in 5 years. Then what the company can do? The company, the HR managers may start training their employees with the new skills like AI programming. So the next indicator in this phase is operational indicator. So what do you mean by this? This indicators track daily performance in order to spot out some HR daily related issues. Okay, so HR notices many employees are absent. Okay, for example, so if HR is noticing that many employees are frequently taking leave because of maybe the reason may be high work stress, so they can take some action to reduce the workload of their employees. So operational indicators is nothing but which it can able to spot out the issues that happen on a daily basis. Okay, and the next one is important indicators in this predicting phase is leading indicator. What do you mean by this leading indicator? These are indicators that show some sign. Okay, so that show some sign before the problem might happen soon. Okay, it can be called as a early warning signing. Okay, so early warning signing, the HR manager can able to see rising absenteeism. Okay, so this may lead to high turnover rate in the very near future. So HR should take some action in order to reduce the absenteeism of their employees. So why this predicting matters or very important to the organization? It's very important to the organization because it helps to address some potential issues even they before happen. So it will be basically helpful for supporting the long-term planning for workforce growth and stability. So I want to conclude this HCM model. HCM model basically help the organization to make some data-driven HR decision for a long-term success. It also ensure that to the right workforce capabilities through scanning and planning. And it emphasizes on improving the efficiency by treating HR as a process, as I already told you, it has got both input and output with the measurable input and outputs. So periodic future challenges, and this model allows like proactive workforce planning, and this kind of HCM, a structured approach, will be helpful for enhancing the employee performance, and definitely it will be helpful for the growth of the business. And thank you very much for watching the video, and have a great day.